right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Daily Drinks. It is Sunday, which means we're doing a little sipping on this old Sunday, and I got a good story for you. So, going to the old gas station, checking out all of their liquor behind the counter, just because I like looking at stuff when I go in there. I wasn't buying any that day, but then the old boy behind the counter said, "Oh, you got to try this out." And I was like, all right, well, let me see it. What's it all about? So this is Handy and Schiller's Old Fashioned Mix. This is straight up cocktail. Already got the whiskey in it and everything else. Now this is made with Buffalo Trace Kentucky Straight Bourbon whiskey, which I thought was pretty cool because for the last year there's been no Buffalo Trace in my area. I had some on my shelf, but you couldn't find it at the store. So I thought, oh, well, that's pretty cool. I'm going to pick this up. It says on the back here, this is Handy and Schiller's Old Fashioned, is crafted using Buffalo Trace Bourbon, Peychaud's bitters, and this cocktail rested in a Buffalo Trace barrel at the renowned Buffalo Trace Distillery, under the watchful eye of our master distiller. It is perfect marriage of a balanced, flavorful old-fashioned cocktail in the vibrant flavor of our bourbon barrels. So, that's what this is. It's a pre-mixed, old-fashioned, in a jar, already got Buffalo Trace in it. So, I had to try it because, like I said, when I come home, I don't usually make cocktails. I either drink beer out of the can or whiskey out of the bottle, straight up. Don't usually mess around with making fancy mixed drinks. So I'm going to give this a shot because it seems relatively easy. I'm going to try to make it fancy like they do at the bar with all the fixings, but give me a little grace because I don't usually do this. All right, but we're going to get started with pour some of this in the glass here. So let's open her up and see what it's all about. Maybe. Let's see if it comes off here. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's got a cork. That's pretty cool. Pour some in our glass over a little bit of ice. Looks about good for me. So we got that. Now, before we start our next step, we're going to smoke this old fashioned. So I'm going to use some peach wood, and we're going to smoke it here today. Put a little bit in the old burner. All right. Now, set that on top of the glass and put a little fire to it. Now, while that smokes for a minute, they always do this at the bar and make you a little, I'm not sure if this is the correct way to do this or not, but this is the tools I have. All right, so I got that, and then they little twist her up there a little bit and make it look fancy. Oh, look at her smoking there. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. Got a good smoke going. All right, so got our smoke, got our orange peel. All right, let's take that off of there. Okay, and put our orange down in there like so. And the other thing I always like is to put the cherries in there. Now, usually at the bar I always feel like they short you a little bit. They only give you one cherry, but since it's my house, I'm going to give myself 2 cherries. And here we go. We got Handy and Schiller's Buffalo Trace Old Fashioned down the hatch. Let's go. That's pretty good, I'm not going to lie. I figured it'd be watered down a little bit, but that is pretty good. What's this say here? We got 84 proof is what this is. So, that's pretty good. I don't know what Buffalo Trace is. Give me 1 second. Regular Buffalo Trace is 90 proof. So, a little less proof, but I'm sure that's just how it works when you make a cocktail. But anyway, no, for being old-fashioned, made at home, we just pour it in a glass and make it easy. That's pretty good. So, that is my smoked old-fashioned from Handy and Schiller with Buffalo Trace Bourbon. Until next time, cheers and enjoy.